I don't know anything about the facts of this case, but what I do know is you know what brought you here.
Translation. Judge Boyd just put everyone on notice. He's not here for the sob story. If you walked into his courtroom, you already know the receipt is due. Audience poll. Is this the most intimidating opening line you've heard from a judge, or should we cue the law and order gavel sound?
Court is calling 2023 CR 0990, State of Texas versus Dean Villarreal. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Brittany Mitchell for the state.
Defense?
Jay Norton and Nico LaHood.
All right, this is scheduled for trial today. I have read defense's motion for continuance. Motion for continuance will be denied.
Well, Judge, Jason, as you know from the continuance and from the last setting, is in Caldwell County, and he's the lead on this case.
Okay.
So he's leaving tomorrow to Philadelphia. He's one of the adjunct professors for St. Mary's. I think you're aware of that as well, Judge.
Yes.
And so he's the coach for them, and so he's not going to be available. He has a letter on file for some time now. And then Monday, obviously, but I think he told you he'll be traveling with a colleague and a friend to the Mayo Clinic. He's in some cancer treatment.
Yes.
And so he's not available, Judge.
Yeah. No, I understand. But with regards to the mock trial that he's had.
Legal chess move. Boyd yanks the academic field trip excuse off the table. In Texas, coaching a mock trial team does not trump a defendant's Sixth Amendment clock. Quick legal bite. Continuances need good cause. And my lead counsel is flying to Philly for practice, isn't it? Drop American football in chat if you agree mock trial practice isn't a get-out-of-jail-free card.
Having in Pennsylvania.
It's not he's having it, St. Mary's.
Yeah, I know, St. Mary's, and he's supervising or coaching. I have already previously told him that the court is not going to grant him for continuance to coach a mock trial team. This is an old case. I was going to make allowances for the issue with the medical issue, but jury's out in the hallway, so motion for continuance is denied.
Well, Judge, he's not present, so I'm not sure exactly.
He needs to be here.
The backup lawyer just threw his own client under the proverbial bus. I'm unprepared, Your Honor, and my guy wants his real lawyer. That's the legal equivalent of telling mom you're not ready for the test and blaming the substitute teacher. How do you think a jury would react if they heard this chaos live?
And I told him when he was here before that he was supposed to be here.
There is an additional issue. We tried to, someone from the office tried to view the CAC video last week and was unable to because the state's copy was broken. So as we stand here right now, we have not seen the CAC video as well.
All right, so you all need to watch it.
And for court's knowledge and for court's edification, I have never read Mr. Villarreal's files. I will be completely unprepared to try this case. I recommend Mr. Villarreal, and he definitely wishes the court to know that he would like to exert a Sixth Amendment right to the counsel of his choice, which is Jason Goss.
All right, so Mr. Goss needs to be here. Motion for continuance is denied.
Well, just so you know, Judge, he's in Caldwell County, so he won't be here for some time because it's a specially set sentencing, just so you know.
Okay.
Way predates your second.
All right, thank you.
Okay, Judge, we'll let him know.
All right, thank you. All right, you're up for jury trial today. Is there a motion for continuance?
Yes, ma'am.
Same issue, Judge.
All right, could I see the motion? Because I don't have it in the court file for award.
Oh, sorry, wrong.
All right, court is calling 2022 CR 7666, State of Texas versus Stephen Ward. If I got to have parties announced for the record for the state.
Brittany Mitchell for the state.
For the defense.
Jay Norton and Nico LaHood.
All right, and are you Mr. Ward?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, this is scheduled for trial today. Defense, you filed a motion for continuance?
Yes, sir.
All right. And the court has reviewed the motion for continuance. The court will note that a previous motion for continuance for the defense was granted on August 8th. And after reviewing defense's motion for continuance is denied.
Judge, there's an additional issue that I understand from Mr. Goss, who is familiar with the case, and that they are still lacking CPS record availability. And I spoke with written.
I think last time we were here, we were just waiting for the order to reach the judge's desk to sign it.
All right, so everyone needs to stop with the waiting for the order to reach the judge's desk. The court has not been presented with any order for CPS records. If the court were presented with orders for CPS records, the court would sign the order for CPS records. So State, do you have the CPS records in your possession?
We do, Your Honor, and I have signed, defense had done a DocuSign and I signed it last week. So I don't know if what we signed ever made it to you, but I do have a secondary one that I can.
All right.
Brady bombshell incoming. The defense claims they just got life-saving evidence that the complainant lied, but the prosecutor counters. We called the same witness and they never said that. Classic he said, she said with constitutional stakes. Audience, pause and predict. Will this mystery witness flip the case? Or is this a desperation Hail Mary?
Turn it over to the court. Court will sign it. Motion for continuance is denied. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
There's no meeting.
Yes. So you're up for trial. So I just wanted to make sure you all were ready.
Actually, Judge, we were given some Brady material just yesterday from a witness that the state visited with that we actually had asked them to do that. And they did. And they gave us some, what we think is exculpatory evidence. A witness who has information about the case who doesn't believe that the offense occurred.
All right. Can I see the file on Juan Tehran? And if you all could slide.
Yeah, I remember from yesterday.
Well, your client could stay in the middle. All right, State. So defense is saying that they just received Brady material or what they deem to be Brady?
Yesterday, defense told us about a witness. They said this witness was going to say the complainant, they knew of a lie the complainant had told. I called the witness. They said they knew of no such lie. They just had some assumptions that something she said wasn't true, which is not what they told me. I did provide them with notes of that conversation, which I guess is what they're calling the Brady information. They also told me they hadn't contacted that witness themselves. I'm not sure if they've contacted that witness since, but the state did contact that witness the same day they provided the contact information.
And Judge, just so it's clear, some people are just more willing than defense lawyers.
Okay.
And that's why we suggest that the state contact them. And that's
I know. Well, here's the thing. I think all the attorneys in Bexar County know each other. Half of us ended up going to St. Mary's. I do not think or believe that the prosecutors in this court or the defense attorneys that have come before me are doing anything that's not above board. So if you all would like, because to talk to this witness together on the phone, you're more than welcome to do so.
The state has no further need to talk to this witness.
Okay.
And we have what we need from them, Judge. What I'm saying is we need to follow up on the information that we got and see if it produces any other witnesses and pin her down on that issue about whether in fact she thinks there's a lie or she has basis to believe there's a lie. It's not a minor point.
Okay. All right. So if you all are asking for a continuance, you have to file a motion.
I'll put it in writing, Judge.
All right. So, and that'll need to be heard this morning.
I'll put it in writing and I'll be here all morning.
All right. Thank you. Ready?
Judge, the interpreter's looking up some equipment right now.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Always good to see you. Look at you wearing the purple LSU color. I appreciate that.
Just for you.
All right, State. There would not be any favoritism because he's wearing an LSU color.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Good morning. Always great to see you. How you doing?
Good.
Oh, you're in purple as well, with a splash of pink. Those are my two favorite colors. Court is calling 2022 CR 10113 State of Texas versus Rolando Gutierrez Chavez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Travis Banks for the state of Texas.
Defense.
J.D. Garza defending Mr. Rolando Chavez.
And are you Rolando Gutierrez Chavez?
Yes.
All right, we have an interpreter here. If you could raise your right hand for me. Do you solemnly swear or affirm you will faithfully translate and from English into Spanish and Spanish into English, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record.
Cesar Chavez, license number 2203.
Any relation?
No relation.
All right, I always put that on the record. All right, the state has filed a motion for continuance. Defense, are you in receipt of the motion?
I am, Your Honor.
All right, do you state, what is your reason for the motion?
The material witness who was a witness to the offense has been unreachable by the state. The state's made different attempts to reach her. We've looked for alternative contact information to reach her, and thus far the state's been unable to reach her, and the state is moving for continuance for more time to find this witness.
All right, defense.
Your Honor, as court knows, my client really needs a speedy trial. The fact is that under 2903, the state needs to establish what due diligence they have gone through to try to find this witness, especially since it's a material witness.
No, I'm aware
Stop it. Get some help.
of the law.
So just putting it on the record, because that's the reason why we have to object to this.
Okay. All right, motion for continuance is denied.
Your Honor, the state has another motion.
Yes,
May I approach?
yes. All right, the state is tendering a motion to dismiss for missing witness. Any objection?
No objection.
All right, we can go off the record. Mr. Chavez, this case, the state is just asking that it be dismissed or requesting a dismissal without objection from your defense attorney for a missing witness. So what that means is they're not saying they're dismissing it because the actions did not occur. They're saying they are dismissing it because a witness that they need to prove their case is not present. I don't know anything about the facts of this case, but what I do know is you know what brought you here. And if you don't change certain things, you'll be back again. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, good luck to you. Counsel? Oh, we'll walk around. Hey, Travis. People always try to.
Jose Marie Cavazos.
All right. So I do remember this case, although I don't have any documents before me on this case.
Yeah, we are.
Jose Marie
Cavazos.
Marie Cavazos. Is this the case where we're waiting on something?
This is the one where my client is in El Paso, and we're trying to get a buckle swap to do an Article 64.
All right, so where are we on that?
Well, the last time we were here, we were going to bench warrant because everything else had failed. We tried to go through the public defender's office in El Paso. We have tried to appoint investigators. Nobody will touch this because of the chain of custody issues.
Okay. And yes, and I cannot legally bench warrant him because I don't really have jurisdiction. He hasn't done anything to warrant a bench warrant.
He doesn't have a case open. He's actually out on parole, and that's part of what our problem is. I had checked with Ms. Ferguson earlier a couple weeks back, and that was kind of the understanding that I got. I tried to wrap my head around this and try to figure out what tools we do have. The only two things that I think we can maybe do is issue a capias or do a writ of attachment.
All right, let's do this because the writ of attachment is off the table for legal reasons. How far is El Paso from San Antonio? Help me out here with my, if I were in Louisiana, I would tell you how the distance between the parishes. I know I've been here long enough where I would know, but I do not know. Somebody from the audience, how far?
560 miles.
Thank
All
you,
right.
sir.
560 miles. So it's a little bit longer to drive from here to Shreveport than from here to El Paso. So does he have transportation to get to San Antonio?
My understanding is that he does not.
All right, Greyhound bus. Is that possible? Do they have, I know they have Greyhound in El Paso. I know you'll stop in every small town.
My trick is this, is that this was a sex offense. He's currently kind of in a halfway house, trying to find a place to be able to live. All the places you have has got a bus stop too close, or there's a school too close, or there's something is prohibiting him from being a place.
Is there not a professional place?
You would think, honestly.
Do we not have any DNA laboratories that will go to do a buccal swab and come back? I will see if...
I've tried LabCorp. I've tried... There is no place in El Paso that will do it. And they flat out tell me, we're not going to do it unless an El Paso judge orders us to. That's the pushback I'm getting. It is ridiculous. And now I've got a PO.
And just like that, Judge Boyd turns courtroom chaos into a DIY field trip. 560 miles, one possible Greyhound, and a parole officer who still hasn't answered his phone. Next week on Boyd's Road Rules. Will the DNA swab happen, or will bureaucracy win? Hit subscribe so you don't miss the resolution, and comment the wildest excuse you've heard for missing court.
Parole officer that I don't know, I've got to coordinate that too to get him to travel.
What the fuck? Okay, so request a test, and mind you, I'm just Googling online.
Mm-hmm.
Request the test. Order your test. Oh, this is one where they order it and you do it yourself, then send it back in.
Mm-hmm.
But they say they have a laboratory with over 3,600 locations. And you're right, it's LabCorp.
And I've contacted them and I've tried to get them to get on board with this. That was one of the places that we were trying to go through when we were trying to get the public defender to do it.
All right, so let me ask you all this. Are you all available to come back on Friday?
Friday this week, no good.
I probably won't either. I will be in here on Friday or on Monday.
Are you all able to come back on Monday?
No, not on Monday, Judge. We can come back another day next week if that works.
All right. You all decide, confer with each other, decide what day next week you can come back, and I'm going to solve this problem. So this is what I need to solve this problem. One, does anybody have any objections to me solving this problem?
I have no objection, Judge. I need all the help I can get.
Okay.
As long as it's within the parameters of the code, Judge, which I know you're already thinking about those things. So yes, as long as it'll be kosher, which chapter 64.
Yes,
that'll be fine.
So this is what I need to solve this problem. I'm going to need to know specifically where he's located in El Paso.
Got that.
Some contact numbers there if you have them.
Got that.
And the name and date of birth of your client.
I'm sure I've got that.
All right. So if you all give that to Norma, and on the handwritten item that you give to her, if you're right in there, this is to be done by this date, the date that you all come back, and I'll make sure it's done.
Okay,
this problem will be solved.
Thank
if
you.
We all have to do a road trip to El Paso.
I'm flying.
All right.